On page 45, we're going to do the bottom half. I'm going to do 2 problems with you. So I'm going to do number 15, and I am going to do number 24. And if you notice, the difference between number 15 and number 24 is that number 15 already equals to 0, and number 24 does not equal to 0. So what we're going to have to do with number 24 is make it equal to 0. Okay, so we'll do that in a little bit. Let's start with number 15, and we need to factor it first. It's asking for the solutions. It's asking to solve, and it's asking for the solutions. Okay, so they're probably not going to be perfect. We need to find factors first. Write that down. So we're going to need to factor and then solve. All right, so let's write down number 15 on another sheet of paper, and let's factor it. I have 2x squared plus 7x plus 3 equals 0. And that's what we want. We want it to equal to 0. So if it does not equal to 0, I'm going to show you what to do with those. So when we're factoring, we need to find factors of 6, because you multiply the 2 times 3. 2 times 3 gives you 6. So factors of 6. 1 times 6, 2 times 3. And then we need sum or difference of 7, because that's the middle number right there. So that's going to have to be the 1 and the 6, and then we can start on our box. So when you fill in the box, you put the 2x squared in the front, you put the positive 3 in the end, and then the 1 and the 6 go in the middle. So one is 1x, the other one is 6x, and they both need to be positive so that it can give us a positive 7. 6 plus 1 is 7. Okay, so then we find the outside. So the outside is going to be x times x. Okay, one of those needs to have a 2 because this is 2x squared. So is the 2 going to be here with the 2 and the 1, or is the 2 going to be up here with the 2 and the 6? Up at the top, because both of these numbers can be divided by 2. So when you divide 6 by 2, what does that give you? Positive 3. And then divide 1 by 1. Gives you a positive 1. And then you multiply 1 times 3 is 3. And when you added these 2, it gave you 7x. So we're done. Our factors are x plus 3 and 2x plus 1 equals 0. In order to find the solutions, we need to separate the factors, x plus 3, set it equal to 0, and solve. 2x plus 1, set it equal to 0, and solve. Okay, and this is to find the solutions. So the first one is pretty easy. Okay, you just move the 3 over and change the sign. So you have x equals negative 3. That is supposed to be one of the solutions. We're going to check it right now. The second one, what do? You subtract 1 from both sides. That gives you negative 1 equals, bring down the 2x, Divide both sides by 2. That gives you x equals -1/2. That's going to be your second solution. So this is all the work that I need for problem 15 and the rest of the problems. You need to factor and then you need to solve just like we did right now. But I also want you to check and make sure that your factors are really -3 and -1/2. So we need to put that in the calculator. You go to y equals. You put the equation 2x squared plus 7x plus 3. Hit trace and check -3, enter. Make sure it gives you 0. And -1/2, enter. And make sure that it gives you 0. Okay? Let's move on to problem number 24. Write that problem down so we can go ahead and start on it. (6d squared plus 21d equals 10d plus 35. And that's not what we want. We want it to equal to 0, so I need to move everything to the other side. What happens when you move stuff to the other side? What happens when you move from one side to the other side? The signs change. So I'm going to subtract 10d from this side. Right? Subtract it from this one because they look like. And I'm also going to put a -35 over here. -35. So bring everything down. You have 6d squared. 21d minus 10d gives you a positive 11d. And then bring down the -35 equal to 0. That is your new equation, and that's what you need to factor. Okay? You always need to have this equal to 0 at the end. So go ahead and factor. And then find the solutions. For this problem, just like normal. So we will find factors of 6 times 35. What's 6 times 35? Hmm? 210. So I need factors of 210 that give me a sum or difference of 11. So I'm going to let you go ahead and finish this problem on your own. And then I also need you to work out the following problems. So we already did 15. You're working on 24. So your job is to do problems 16, 17, 18, 19, and 23. So go ahead and circle those problems on your paper. You need to finish problem 24, and you need to work these other problems on your own.